Hello and welcome to my channel. My very first video on this new channel that I'm starting. I haven't quite got the name down of what I want to call this channel. My name's Rick. If you don't know me, I have a couple other channels on YouTube that that I manage and maintain. I have a photography channel and a gun channel called Pop's Gun Channel. But on this channel, because I'm a hobbyist and I do laser engraving, laser cutting, CNC work, and UV large format printing, I thought maybe I could help a few people out, and we could both learn along the way as we're learning new things. I just got my CNC. I bought the shapeoko 5 Pro, and I'm loving it. What a wild machine, easy to use. And I just started getting into woodworking, and I never really did woodworking. And I built my first cutting board by hand for my daughter. It came out fantastic for my first one. I'll put up a picture here. I made some signs and some lettering. Oh, I did this. Made this yesterday on the shapeoko. This is out of a hardwood, and it's 1 inch thick, and the shapeoko just tore through this thing in about 20 minutes or so with 2 different tool paths. So if you're having a learning curve on some of these machines that I'm talking about, laser engraving, laser etching, laser cutting, UV printing, and now CNC, we could learn together, and I sure would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and work with me on this channel, if you will. But today I really wanted to talk to you about free wood. I have been shopping for wood, and you know, wood's really expensive. The hardwoods, purple heart and oak, white oak, any oak is expensive, even at Home Depot or the big box stores. And I thought, where can I get wood? And I saw people were taking pallets apart, because some pallets are made with certain hardwoods and stuff. And I said, that's too much work. So I was driving down the road and I saw a flooring store. And I said, well, they obviously have and use wood. I wonder if they have scraps. So I went in and I talked to the manager, and he gave me a plethora of sample boards that had wood on them. Now, some of the samples are engineered wood, where it's only an 1/8 inch thick piece of real hardwood on top of what appears to be plywood layers underneath. Looks like 1/8 inch thick on a lot of the stuff. But next to that was the real hardwoods of the same type. And he gave me a ton of these for free. So I've been dismantling them here, and I'll put up a time-lapse video of me doing that. And look at all this wood that I got given to me. Now, all this wood on the top is thick 1 inch or 3/4 inch maple, and what else do I got here? Hickory, a lot of hickory. I don't know if hickory is a good hardwood for flooring. More hickory there. What did I got? What is this? I don't even know what this is. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is red oak. A solid piece of red oak given to me, a bunch of pieces. And all I had to do was take a screwdriver and pry them off these boards. Now, yes, there is a lot of engineered wood here too. I got all these long pieces of engineered wood. Look at this beautiful piece here. Isn't that gorgeous? It's already finished and stained, but again, it's only an 1/8 inch, or it's about an 1/8 inch piece of hardwood, laminated on top of what appears to be plywood. Which I thought, I'll just throw those ones away. But then I started thinking, well, why can't I use this to cut names and stuff out of? So, like this one here, obviously, like I said, this is thick hardwood. But why couldn't I use this piece to cut a thin name I wouldn't have to stain it or anything. It would have a raw edge, which I could stain that raw edge even though it's plywood, or I could spray it for outdoor use, and people could hang names or address numbers for their house, all kinds of ideas. So I think I'm going to keep this wood. As a matter of fact, why don't we head over to the Shapeoko 5 Pro and cut something? How about that? All right, stand by. Let me get over there. Well, as you can see, I forgot to take the glue off prior to milling this piece out, so I'm just using my chisel. The glue that's on the back of these for the samples from the wood stores comes off fairly easy. I just used a chisel. You could use a screwdriver or a putty knife or a scraper of some kind. It would come right off. I wouldn't recommend using a sanding disc because it clogs. This glue is hot glue, and it clogs your you would clog your sandpaper up, and it would be a waste of sandpaper. So just try to scrape off as much as you can at first before you put it in your CNC to route these letters out. Then I just took my sawzall, not my sawzall, my jigsaw, and cut my little pieces out so I could get the letters out there. And yeah, it was fairly simple. It took the whole thing took like 26 minutes. I could have made it go faster, but I wasn't sure about this wood, even though the hardwood is only an 1/8 inch thick on the top, and the plywood, this is really some pretty nice plywood. It's got several layers for being a 1/2 inch piece of plywood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers of ply. So yeah, I just didn't want to push my Shapeoko too hard with an 1/8 inch end mill. I didn't want to break the end mill, and so that's why it took 26 or 24 minutes, whatever it took. It wasn't long. It was under a half hour, and this is the result. And it came out fairly good, I think, for free. It's a 13 inches long by 6 inches tall, and it's almost what is this? It's a 1/2 inch. I'm sorry, this is a 1/2 inch piece of wood, and that's what you get if you went to your local flooring store and asked them if they throw away samples. Do they have any samples that they're no longer using? Because all they're doing is tossing this stuff away. So this is the engineered wood, like we talked about in the beginning, not the thicker solid hardwood. There's an 1/8 inch piece of nice hardwood laminated to this really quite nice plywood with 8 layers. So yeah, it's pretty heavy duty. And even these small pieces you could frame, you could make put sayings on there, you could laser engrave these, you could machine, you know, mill them out. You could make letters out of them and stack them on top for that 3D look. There's a million things you can do. So I would recommend stopping at your local flooring store and introduce yourself and ask them if they have any samples that they are throwing away or that they throw away, you know, once a month, once a year, whatever, and ask them if you can have them. So I hope you enjoyed this video on free wood. I've got many more videos coming. I appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe so we can learn together. And maybe you can teach me a few things in the comments. So make sure you leave some comments down below. Thanks for watching.